because the best story scenario is to take the trophy from the ones who have it in their cabinet from last year.
Respectable.
I missed a lot of her. Wait, we got Arin. Wait, what is? We got EDG. Go to. What did I miss? You guys were not lying.
Hello, everybody. IWillDominate here, welcoming you to the very last episode of How Do You Pick 'Em? Joining me once again as co-hosts are Rogue Enthusiast, Trouble. We've got Atlus here from the LCK as a caster, and Tyler1 is joining us as well. Tyler, how are you doing, man? I didn't think you'd show up, but you did it, man. How are you doing? Tyler? Oh, wait, Tyler's not coming. Oh, Tyler's not coming. We're getting a message right now. It says that Tyler is currently shopping for height-altering insoles for his shoes, so he can finally hit 5'6". Okay, so Tyler's not going to be here today. It's just going to be Atlus and Trouble and myself for the show. Groups has finally just finished. And there was some surprises. We obviously had some upsets. You know, NA got some wins on the board, but let's start with you, Trouble. What was the most surprising thing that you had coming through with the results from groups?
Quite honestly, I am very, very surprised that not all LCK teams got first seed in all of their groups. They're traditionally some of the most stable teams when it comes to the group stage. And that one team, Diamond Kia, where I had as #1 in their group, was the only one to not get it. Why do you have to do my pick? I'm so dirty, Diamond. Please, man.
Wow, LCK enthusiast. I thought you were supposed to be Rogue enthusiast, Trouble, but it's actually LCK.
I mean, you asked for surprises. You asked for surprises. I had Rogue first place, so that's not a surprise.
Oh, okay. All right. That's not a surprise. Atlus, did you have any surprises in the group stage?
I mean, my pickings in the group stage was actually a disaster. It was just not great. Group A was fine outside of the bottom two. Switched them around. That wasn't great. JDG first seed I almost put, but then decided not to. I decided to believe in Dom1, which was, you know, a mistake that I've made in the past. Cost me my hair earlier in the year and just ran straight into it. Did it again. I also had zero faith in Rogue, so they weren't there in my group C really at all. And so that one got ruined, and I got perfect for group D because that everyone probably should have.
Okay, perfect for a group D. Okay, so one question I have to ask you though, because technically Flying Oyster and 100 Thieves were tied in that group D. Who did you actually have as the third seed? Did you have Flying Oyster or did you have 100 Thieves, Atlus?
I had 100 Thieves. I believed in my boy Papa Smithy to pull out the third place.
Based Papa Smithy, 3-15 NA really stepped it up in week 2. Got 3 wins, you know, the only 3 wins of the tournament for NA in the actual group stage. But
better than zero, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than zero. Hey, look, they got more wins in the second half than EU did. So that's really what matters. We're strong finishers over here in NA.
Still didn't get them a team in the quarters.
Didn't get a team in the quarters. But, you know, honestly, with what JDG might do to Rogue, that could end up being a good thing. So we'll have to... For the viewers at home, the official matches will be JDG versus Rogue, T1 versus RNG on the top side of the bracket, and on the bottom side of the bracket, Gen.G versus Dom1 Kia. I know Alice is going to love that matchup. And DRX versus EDG. So we're going to go in order here. We'll start with you, Atlus, on how you think these matchups are going to go. So start with the top side. You got JDG versus Rogue and T1 versus RNG.
All right, I'm actually really excited about this side of the bracket. I think... You know, JDG versus Rogue, I'm sorry, Trouble, but I don't think that one is going to be one where Rogue is going to have a very good shot. However, I bet against Rogue in my pick'ems and got absolutely destroyed. Trimby had probably one of the best performances I've seen out of him in the group stage ever, and it was super amazing. I don't think it's going to mean anything against JDG because they're just way too good, but I still think that they might be able to take a game or something like that. It might be a 3-1, but I think... the smart money's on the 3-0 for JDG. And RNG T1 is so hype. I love this matchup. I want to get the revenge for MSI. And I think that T1 are looking way better than they were at the beginning of this tournament. Coming out domestically, getting 0-3, going 0-3 against Gen.G was really rough for T1 and T1 fans. I think their bottom lane looked almost hopeless, but Carrier and Gumayushi have really woken up, and Zeus is so damn good. And now, because of this, right, and if it happens in the way that I expect it to happen, he gets to beat Breathe, and he also gets to beat 369 if he's going to make it to the final. And so then we can just say that Zeus actually just is the best top laner in the world, and we can call it a day. But he has to get through two of, the best players in the world. So I'm just like, if it does happen for T1, it has to happen in the most poetic way. It probably won't. I think that JDG getting through is probably going to be the thing, but I love the poetry. Feels real good. Like this side of the bracket a lot.
Yeah, no, that feels amazing. We'll stay on the top side. Trouble, what are your predictions for JDG versus Rogue and T1 versus RNG? Give us the hopium.
You know what? I believe in my boys. I had them to come out first of that group because I believed in them. And even though EU crashed and burned in the second week, best ofs are a different scenario. Rogue is either going to go 0-3 like they did versus G2 or 3-0. So I'm going to go all in for Rogue, and I'm going to make this a 3-1 for Rogue versus JDG. And I'm going to say right now, if Rogue managed to beat JDG in this best of 5, they're going all the way to the finals. That's my prediction for this one. I said in the previous pick'ems, if you guys haven't watched it, we're going to plug it right here. Go and watch it. Really good stuff. Malrank is going to giga gap every single jungler in this tournament. This guy is either going to win or lose the game level 2. And he's going to do the same thing versus Kanavi. People are going to be like, Kanavi, who? Because all they're going to hear is Malrank.
All right,
I like that
Was it good enough for
he's
Hopium?
going to win at level 2.
That was good.
Because
Hopium.
that's what he does every game and has done for the past 5 years. I love that Malrang has just never changed. It is just so good.
Trouble, give me your pick on T1 versus RNG. Who do you think is getting out of that matchup?
Ooh, actually said that RNG was going to be the only team to come through play-ins with a momentum. I was wrong because DRX made it through as well. But I feel like RNG looked really good. RNG are also the MSI champs, so they're getting fired up again. So it doesn't matter if they're the 4th seed. I think they're going to take it. But I definitely want to see a very close series. So 3-2 to RNG.
Based. What a base take from Trouble. Holy.
If I hadn't have seen the last 2 games of groups, I would have agreed with you. But after those, I don't think that there's a hope.
I don't know. Listen, in my time zone, they were pretty late. Some of them I haven't even watched, okay? So I'm only remembering the good ones.
To not watch. You definitely did.
I was watching those games, and I mean, I'm just hoping that RNG is able to recover a little bit for the next round, because they did not look well on the cam. So I'm just hoping that they're able to actually get some practice in, because that was obviously a huge issue. The fact that they weren't able to practice in between week 1 and week 2. I mean, starting the day, I was scared they might not even get out of the group. I was hoping that Gen G wins their games against Flying Oyster and 100 Thieves, so that they're able to get a shot, because it's just like you want to have the MSI champs going into the tournament and into best of 5s. I really like seeing MSI champs, former world champs. I love those storylines when we get into the bracket stage. I'll give my picks. I think JDG wins, and I think that T1 will actually take this series. I'm going to go against RNG here, which it's tough to do. It's hard because RNG is one of my favorite teams to watch. But I think that the way that T1 is playing, it seems like their bot lane is way more stable than they were before. And I'm not sure if Wei is going to be able to capitalize on this type of jungle meta. I really wonder what these teams are actually going to end up playing, because the interesting thing is that Wei and Owner have similar champion pools. They were both junglers who you feel like are so good on Viego, so good on Viego, so good on Lee Sin, and now those champions are coming back. So I think this is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a 5-game banger. I'll give it to T1 just based off recent form. I think T1 had a really good group stage, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'm thinking that this is going to be super close. Okay, let's go to Trouble first on the other side of the bracket. Probably the most hype matchup coming into this quarterfinals. Gen G versus Dom1. The LCK Civil War is back at it. Who do you think wins this one?
I'm gonna go with Gen G. I just love the way they play. It's the fact that this guy blind picked Singed. I actually praised him for picking Singed into Yuumi. I'm like, this is freaking genius. Like, no one else would have the balls to do that, and he does it in the LCK. And now he blind picks Singed, and everything goes downhill. But you know what? I'll give it to them because they're extremely creative, and I think they're going to 3-0 Damwon, especially if they hit them on a bad day. I thought Damwon was going to top the group, and they didn't. They didn't look as clean as I would have liked to see them. So Gen.G is going to take this one 3-0 pretty quick and clean. And do I give you my prediction for the next one as well?
Go for it.
DRX versus EDG, huh? I didn't even have DRX making it out of groups. So now they've like exceeded my expectations, right? I'm going to give it to EDG for one reason. Because if Rogue do make it to the finals, they're going to defeat every single LPL team in their way. So EDG have to make it through.
Sounds good to me. Atlus. Gen.G versus Damwon.
I'm very scared of Gen.G versus Damwon Dom. That one's burnt me in the past. Just before MSI, I had to shave off all of my hair.
No, I am wigless. But actually, no. I did it early. It's Baldus.
Due to the fact that Damwon got a 10,000 gold lead at 12 minutes and managed to lose the game.
I mean,
have been some of our best matchups throughout the entire year, though. So Gen.G versus Damwon is just super hype. And it was also because T1 versus Damwon to get to the final was so close. It was the LCK final that we were kind of denied between Damwon and Gen.G. So it's hard to pick. I think it's still going to be Gen.G just because they're too good. And also they have such a draft advantage with their Singed pocket pick. It's so hard to first pick Yuumi against them. And so they just have a leg up in every draft that they ever walk into. Makes it very, very hard for a lot of teams, Damwon included. Although Damwon do have a lot of flexibility, I just don't think it's going to be enough. And as for EDG versus DRX, this is one of my favorite matchups. This is exactly what I was hoping for out of the quarters. All I wanted was Deft versus Mako. Bring them back together, the star-crossed lovers. What we need is for Deft to play Xayah and Mako to play Rakan so that they can still be in love on Summoner's Rift, even if they're not on the same team anymore. That's all I want. I think that EDG should be able to take that one, though. And I think it'll be 5 games. And I think they'll go to 5 games with whoever comes in afterwards. And then they might go to 5 games again. We'll have to see. I don't think a lot of people had a lot of hope for EDG coming into the last World Championship either. I think there was a little bit more than there is this year. But counting out that team is so extraordinarily difficult. So I'll give it to EDG.
I respect the EDG pick. So I'll go ahead and give my 2 cents here. Look, I'm a jungler, right? I see a player like Canyon. How can I go against Canyon? Especially in this meta, Graves meta.
He's across from Peanut.
That's
Aren't they both amazing?
They are amazing. But the thing is, I think that Peanut actually has a weird read on this tournament. Like, I don't think that Peanut's strength is to be playing Graves versus top tier junglers. Like, I don't think that he's winning out if you're going carry versus carry. I always thought Peanut's best strength in LCK was the fact that he was just so good on like the Poppy, the Trundle, the Sejuani, the Skarner, like all those tank junglers that you could really just like focus on making plays. You don't have to worry about your farm. I think that that's like his biggest strength. And I think the meta that we're in right now, when like Viego's coming back, Lee Sin's coming back, Graves is coming back. If you want to go at those 3 champions right now, I'm taking Canyon. So look, I know Gen.G should win. Gen.G is the favorite. If like I had to, put my life on the line, I'm going Gen.G, but we're doing a show here and I love Canyon. He's one of my favorite players. He's the GOAT jungler. I'm going to just say that Damwon wins. I think Canyon can carry this. I think he showed his ability, man. Like, you better ban Graves versus this guy. If he gets Graves in these games, like he's going to absolutely, take off. What do you want to say, Trouble?
Hold on. You're putting a quarterfinal on jungle Diffie duty?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh,
wait, you just did the same thing. You know what? Wrong.
Dude, I'm in.
Other side of the matchup. Okay, so the other matchup is DRX versus EDG. I've got EDG in this one. I think this one's actually going to be pretty close. I like a lot of DRX's drafting, but I think that throughout the tournament, they're getting slightly more figured out. Like, for example, in the game that Top Esports played against them, if you ban the Heimerdinger and you try to make Zika not play one of these, like, you don't give him a good Akali or Sylas angle, I think that the team is worse. I think that what you want to do versus DRX is like try to get Zika onto Azir or a control mage. He's not bad at those. I mean, he's still good at those, but he's not going to 1v9 the game. And I still just have thought that like Pioshik's been a liability. I mean, I think maybe Graves coming in helps him a little bit. But I don't think that Pioshik is having that great of a tournament. I mean, to be fair, I don't think JJ is either, but gotta believe in EDG here. Former world champs. I think that they are more flexible, and I think that they'll be able to attack DRX in the draft pretty heavily. So I've got EDG coming out of that one as well. So let's move on to the semifinals. So after quarters, we've got the semifinals that start on October 29th. Based off our predictions for quarters, who's going to be winning the semis moving forward? So I got to remember everyone's predictions here. So we'll start with Trouble. Trouble has Rogue beating JDG. She said it.
3-1.
Rogue?
Not even 5 games. 3-1.
Whoa, you
Yeah,
gave them
4
a
games.
game. I'm
Yeah, I
impressed.
did give them a game.
4 games. Rogue beating JDG. And on the other side, you actually had RNG. I remember the based RNG takes. You have Rogue versus RNG. Who's coming out of that matchup?
Okay. My take was, if Rogue beat JDG, they're making it all the way to the finals. If they do that, they're beating every single LPL team in the knockout stage, meaning that they're going to beat RNG and they're going to beat EDG to the finals. So there's my entire bracket solved for you. Call it EU hopium, call it whatever. I was called crazy for having a Rogue come out of this group, and I was rewarded. The rest of my pick'ems are screwed, but it doesn't matter. We made it with Rogue.
Oh, look who showed up.
Who's this? Who's turning up now?
Oh, that's only an hour and 15 minutes late. What's up, dude? How you doing, Tyler?
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello, guys. Hello, I'm here. Guys, oh my God. Sorry about that, lads. Hello, good to see you, Dom. I'm sorry, bro. I'm a bit tardy. I showed up, though. I'm here. Semifinals. I'm ready to go, baby.
All right, so semifinals, Atlus. You have JDG making it out versus T1 in the semifinals. What do you got?
All right, so the reason I like this for a semifinal, first off, is 369 versus Zeus. That's the dream top lane matchup, right? I think I spoke about it already because Breathe versus Zeus, also super hype top lane matchup. But the really, really cool thing about T1 versus JDG is the fact that JDG don't really get challenged whatsoever in their first quarterfinal, which means they're lured into a false sense of security when they get to the semi, so that they therefore get bodied by T1. That's my dream on the LCK hype train, you know?
Crazy LCK copium and Rogue copium so far. Now, we've got a guest showing up. We have Tyler. He's kind of like the opposite of the NA teams. He starts in quarterfinals. He actually just skips everything up till then. So
Yeah, we called him in so that we could have some NA hopium, you know? We thought it was just going to be Dom, but thankfully we got Tyler as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here. Now, hey, let's talk about my quarters real quick because I, arrived a little bit late. Keep it brief. Rogue's not getting out of first round. You've lost it completely. JDG, easy win. I don't think Rogue might take a game in that 1 or 2, maybe 1. It will not go to 5 games. T1 versus RNG, I don't think that's an easy game for T1. T1, I feel like a lot of times plays down to their opponent. So I still have T1 winning over RNG, easy. Now the GG, they'll sweep. Damn what they will. GG's looking crispy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. They might drop 1 in that too, but GG. And then I like DRX, bro. I told you guys before that they were coming in on a momentum train, a hype train, and they rolled it. I got him, dude. I got him. So that's my quarters.
I like this guy. We should bring him back again. I like this
Smart,
guy's
dude.
picks.
You just see me last time. Dom was agreeing with everything I said.
yeah,
Well, at least he got that the first best of will not go to 5 games because Rogue will 3-1, but it's fine.
What? It's 1 a.m. She said. It's
yeah.
It is right here, guys.
my bad. It's again.
that
So then-
hopium can be lethal. Okay, so you got your quarterfinals in.
Yep.
So semifinals, you have JDG versus T1.
Yes.
Winning, Tyler.
I love T1, man. So by default, Faker has to go to the finals. I'm gonna go T1 in that one. I am. And then get this, pretty basic. I'm gonna go Jin G beats DRX in the semis, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Are we doing finals now? Can I just say, dude, think about the T1 versus Jin G LCK finals run back. Faker wins it all. He wins his last championship, bro. He retires at the top. It's the perfect storyline. It's scripted, dude. It's gonna happen.
All right, this hopium copium is getting.
Okay, this is Worlds. It's not just LCK. Just saying. Just saying.
Look,
Yes, but I think they proved in week 2 what the better region is.
look. All I'm gonna say is, week 2 is never when you win championships. You win championships
true.
in best of 5s. All right, and that's where LPL always makes their money. That's why they've won 8 out of the last 9 best of 5s, 3 world championships, all the MSIs. They're just insane. Okay, so look, Faker might be the GOAT, but JDG has ya GOAT. My boy Ya Gao is going to take him out. JDG beats. You like that one, Alice?
Yeah, I was a big fan.
Beats T1 in my
Delusional,
in my upper
bro. I
five.
played with these JD guys, these JDD guys in solo queue, and that's what I base all off. I've played with the T1 guys. I played the GG, bro. Yeah, I can feel the hunger coming out of T1, even in solo queue. I played with Owner like 10 times. I can feel it, bro. These JDD guys, they were a little bit toxic, honestly. You know what they called me over there? Bark King. is what these JDG guys were calling me in solo queue. So I mean, T1 wins,
I'm gonna
bro.
call you that from now on. All right,
my god.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the lower side. Tyler already gave his, so he has Genji coming out of that semifinals. Now, Atlus, you had let me run it back. You had EDG playing versus Genji in the semifinals. Who do you have winning?
And now I have Genji getting their revenge from the last World semifinal, where it went to 5 games, and Genji actually lost it in what was BDD's best performance in an international event ever, until, you know, COVID kind of destroyed him this year, which was very, very sad. So
Feels bad.
I really like the Genji run back versus EDG. I think getting their opportunity to fight back, even though the whole team is basically different, it's just rule that's the same. I have Genji pretty handily taking that this time around. I don't think EDG can do it again. If EDG did do it, it'd be in 5 games because that's all they really do. But I still think that Genji, despite the fact that, you know, there's the LPL best of 5 situation, I think the level of LCK this year compared to last is like twice the level, I would say. Okay. And so I'm feeling way more confident that they'll be able to just put it away.
We hear this every year. We hear this every year from LCK copers.
I don't think so. Last year things were a bit shaky outside of that Dom 1 team.
But Dom 1, they're just gonna win. T1 is undefeated, guys. They have to win MSI. They haven't dropped the game. They're beating everyone. Of course they're gonna beat RNG. RNG are a bunch of scrubs. They can barely get a Herald. You got like 1 Herald the entire LPL playoffs. Oh, wow.
Nah, man, blue side's just too strong. I don't know what you're talking about. Lost the coin flip. Lost the series. Know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was blue side diff. I forgot about that. It's hard for me to track all the excuses that come out of LCK. So I'm just trying to like reprioritize them so that I'm able to, you know, get everything just in order. Okay, Trouble. You have Rogue winning, right? I'm just making sure you have Rogue making the finals here.
Yeah, but
Okay.
for the bottom semifinal,
Who is
right?
playing Rogue? Yes.
all right. So we said if Rogue make it to the finals, they're winning the whole damn thing. But to win the whole damn thing, to be the best, you have to beat the best. And the LPL has proven to be the back-to-back from World Championship to MSI to World Championship. The best 3 times in a row. So they're going to beat JDG in quarters, they're going to beat RNG in semis, and they're going to find EDG in the finals. Because the best story scenario is to take the trophy from the ones who have it in their cabinet from last year.
Respectable.
I missed a lot of her. Wait, we got RN. Wait, what is? We got EDG. Go to. What did I miss? You guys were not lying.
Come on.
I mean, look, I was gonna say it was too much hope and cope coming out of Trouble, but in reality, she has a lot of LPL teams winning, so I'm gonna let it slide. You know, maybe Rogue does end up winning. Okay, so I think everyone's given their finals take outside of you, Atlas. I think me and you are the only ones that have left to go because, you know, Tyler comes, just ruins the show. He starts
Sorry, guys.
predicting
Yeah, my
finals
bad.
and we're on semifinals, goes back to quarterfinals. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
I was just talking. Sorry.
He's just saying some like always. All right, so Atlas, who do you have winning the finals, the November 5th finals between you had JDG, correct?
No, I had T1.
Oh, you had T1. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have, yeah. Okay, now I'm sorry. You blew my mind with the blue side excuse. I forgot everything that I was saying.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, we're gonna win the coin flip.
Yes, true. The coin flip.
Easy.
T1 versus Genji. Who's winning?
So I don't care, actually. I just want 5 games because by that stage there'll be no stress because it's LCK versus LCK and we're just psyched about it. I kind of think that it'll probably be the Gen G 3-zip yet again. They're pretty good at doing that. They proved it in the last best of 5 that they played. So smart money probably on Gen G there. I also think that like they're week 1 in groups. Do you want me to tell you a story about the singed Senna bot lane that they had?
Sure.
Apparently they were crushing EDG and scrims with that combo. And we're like, oh, we can just bring it out. It'll be absolutely fine. And then realized that it just wasn't very good. That was the rumor that I heard. Don't quote me on it, but that was the rumor that I heard. So I just don't think that they're going to make those sort of mistakes this time around. I think that Ruler will be able to, be on a champion that does damage and stuff like that. And I think that they'll just cruise. So I think that they're going to be able to win the final as well.
Hello. May I talk, please?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I heard him say he has 2-1 GG in the finals, and he has GG going 3-0. Bro, I said it last year. You have to consider the GOAT factor in Faker, man. If they're down 1-2-0, he's going to give his team a powerful speech. They're all going to stand behind him. And
The Michael's secret stuff?
For
Is
you
that what
to
you're
say
talking
it's
about?
going to be a 3-0 is kind of disrespectful. Just to Faker himself, that's just disrespect. Sorry.
I mean, it did
I gotta
already
check on
happen.
that.
He's going to bring out his undefeated LeBlanc from years ago. Or
He's
he
going to play
said.
2015 Spring LeBlanc.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Holy crap.
And
That
lose to,
champion
what
had
was it, a
asylum.
Morgana? What did he lost to? Was it a Morgana?
Yeah, lost to Pawns
Morgana.
Morgana in game 5.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you for watching and tuning in for each episode of How Do You Pick 'Em. And remember to set your picks before the quarters, semis, and finals before the matches start on the first day of each stage. It's been a pleasure hosting this show, and thank you to all the guests that have been on, and thanks to all the viewers for watching. Hopefully we can run it back again next year. See ya.